Okay, I wanted to document the build thus far for my camper shell truck build here. This is going to be probably in a couple stages because I am not at a point where I can finish it soon. So I wanted to get this out at least just to show what I'm doing here and to give some others some ideas maybe. I've literally watched dozens, if not hundreds of hours of truck camper builds for ideas. And this is what I came up with for my situation. So I have a 2019 Ford F350. It's the 8-foot bed. I just put this Lear camper shell on it for this purpose. I found that my wife and I go out camping for no more than 48, 72 hours, sometimes at the most. So hooking up the RV, it's just getting to be a pain, and this is much more lends itself to the opportune camping situation. And what I mean by that is we drive somewhere, we find a place to camp, we think, man, I wish I had our camping gear, but we don't because we're just out for a day drive. But with this, we can actually stay in the back. You get the idea. So what I've done is I used 2x3 constructions. These are like $2.50 at Lowe's is where I got them. I did invest in that Craig pocket hole jig for the joints and stuff. I highly recommend, if not say it's mandatory. Just invest in it, spend $100 total on the tool and screws and clamps. Clamps were big, and you won't regret it. So back here, I have some dimensions. First of all, this is 9 inches tall, okay? 23 inches wide, and I'm filming this in 1x zoom or just normal so it doesn't distort it as much as it might otherwise. 23 inches wide, side to side. However, I'm going to run plywood over to the side, which gives me another 7 inches, and for a full 30-inch sleeping area. These rails go to the top of my wheel well, which is about 9 inches, and the plywood will sit right on top of here, just perfect, plus a 4-inch foam, and now I'm at like 14 inches tall. The bed height here is 19 inches tall, so I didn't want to be sticking up above it. It still gives a little privacy, and it gives me headroom. I'm not a tall guy. I'm like 5'9", 5'10" on a good day. So I still have headroom. So you'll notice most of these cross member supports are running horizontal. These are vertical. What this is going to be is dedicated solely to my Coleman camping stove. So this is not going to be a big drawer that you see you pull out 6 feet. It just wasn't something that I felt like I lost a lot of room in drawer build doing that. So this will have just a simple piece of wood covering it, maybe even just shock cord, up and down to keep from sliding. But these vertical pieces here keep it from sliding all the way back. So that will be handy. Kitchen cooking utensils will go in this slot right here. So everything is right there in a bag, if you will. I can just pull it out, cook on the tailgate or a table or whatever. I went with the bed rug, company actually called Bed Rug. I did opt for the full sides and tailgate. It cost me $500, easy to install. So in case you all are wondering about that. The bed itself, sleeping bed, it is 6 feet. I didn't need any more. That gives me a 2-foot cubby up front. This is not completed. And for those of you who are into the feng shui of things, you'll notice that there is more cupboard, headboard, whatever you want to call it, on this side than that side. And let me explain before you all get freaked out or whatever your feng shui nervous twitch is. So again, plywood is going to go to the wall over here. So that'll be plywood all the way to here. Where that headboard ends, I will continue. That Dometic fridge will come out. Awesome, by the way, dual zone freezer fridge. Highly recommend. And then from the other side of the headboard there all the way over to the wall will be more cabinetry. I'm just trying to decide on how I want to build that. The fridge is 36 inches wide. It will not fit because this comes to 30 inches right here. So I only have 30 inches to play with. So that is either going to live back here, which is kind of a pain, or it will live in the back seat of my truck, which is probably the better option. Let's hop up here for a second. I did not put vertical bracing in between here. I don't feel like I need it. I've been sitting on this for a couple days now, and we'll see with the cross members. I think that will be enough support for the plywood, and vertical support I just don't think I'm going to need it there. We'll see though. So up here, again, a couple days of camping. I'm going to zoom out so you can see. This is for a couple days of camping. I am also big into ham radio. My ham radios will live on a semi-permanent basis here. So this countertop is 2-piece. This will be placed on a hinge to open like so. This back piece is screwed down. Now with this open, I have a nice big storage area. I put these 2 1-inch rails on the side. That will be a shelf that, so the dimension from the truck wall to the end of the cabinet here is 20 inches. So this shelf is going to be 12 inches wide, 12 inches deep, I should say. The ham radios will live on that shelf, and when I am going to use them, I can just pull them forward. I can sit here. I can have a little table right here and do my ham radio thing. I'm big into Parks on the Air, or getting big into it, however you want to look at it. So I can have my radios all set up, all ready to go, set up my little workstation, and I'm on the air. I can also, for security reasons, take that shelf out. I don't have to leave it in here full time in the heat of the summer and the cold of the winter, and I can secure them inside of the house. I can have a little battery down here to run that. I do have a Bluetti, which will live in this corner somehow in a cabinet. And yeah, that's about it. I can comfortably sleep my one person on this bed. Again, I have 30 inches to the far, to the far wall. Let's measure this. I can easily sleep 2 people in here, one on the floor here and one on the bed. So yeah, I'm looking at 26, 27 inches to this wheel well. It's plenty of room for my wife and I, and we can even put our dog down here at the foot. So anyways, that's the build. Next step is paint for this. I do want to talk about one other thing. So nothing is permanently attached in here. I don't know if you can see that. In about 10 seconds I could do it by myself, but 2 people is easier. I can take this entire thing out. That will be a freestanding cabinet, like I said, kind of a nightstand, if you will. That can come out, it can stay in, whatever. And yeah, so I don't lose any truck capability. One other feature that I really like, and I bought the camper shell, or this shell here with this in mind, is these windows open 90 degrees, well, more than 90 degrees. So I can get cross ventilation from this window over to this window, and I opted for the $140 extra for this window to come out also. Now, I can't pass through into my truck because I don't have a sliding window, unfortunately, but I can at least take that out for more ventilation. That about does it, I think. I'm pretty excited and looking forward to some good camping trips, so stay tuned and check out my next video. Will probably be the final build.